Welcome back to my channel, you guys. It's Green Tea Sister. It's good to have you back here. Last time from our green flag in a man video, some of you guys have requested that I make the same video except green flags for women. So I did my research, put things together for this video. Now, before we get started, if you are a man who's just looking for fun and some fling, this video may not be for you. But if you're someone who's looking for a good woman, someone that you can envision your future with, then these green flags would help you identify a woman's true character. Let's go straight into it. The first green flag in a woman is that she is encouraging. She's an encourager. Her words build you up rather than tear you down. A woman who is truly encouraging, she will use her words to build up your self-esteem and help you become a better man rather than tear you down, condemn you, or constantly criticize you and corrode your self-esteem. And they will compliment you for the little things that you are doing to improve the relationship or yourself. They would appreciate certain personality traits that you have and what you can bring to the table in the relationship, rather than just the superficial things that meets the eye. The Bible says the death and life are in the power of the tongue in Proverbs 18:21. What this means is that there's so much power in the words that we speak over ourselves and the words that we speak to each other. And if you're looking for a lifelong partner, a woman who you can envision your future with, this person can either build you up or tear you down based on the kind of words that she speaks over you. And for men, I think it's very natural that men seek validation and acknowledgement from women that they love. It's one of the biggest motivations that keep them going to pursue bigger goals in their lives, right? So as a man, it's very important that you choose wisely and watch very carefully about what kind of words does she speak. A simple example can be a woman who always says thank you for the little things that you do for her. And when a woman is appreciative over small things, it naturally makes men want to do more for her. And it's also a sign that she is not entitled. So a woman who is encouraging, who acknowledges your effort, who is appreciative, is a major green flag. The next green flag is a woman who is not antagonistic toward men. An example of a woman who is antagonistic toward men can be like a radical feminist who holds a subconscious belief that somehow all men are bad, that women are better than men, and men are useless and stupid, and women can do everything in the world without the men's help. A woman who displays this kind of antagonistic attitude or behavior, often they will try to compete with you, so they don't make a very good teammate. A truly strong woman is someone who can be independent and competent. She may even have really good career. She may have a lot of savings and doing really well for herself, but she's someone who understands that not all men in the world are bad. She understands that the world needs good men. Just like when you're doing a group project, you want people who's cooperative and not antagonistic. And how much more when it comes to, relationship, marriage, building a life together. You want a woman who is able to approach things with team mentality rather than, I'm an individual, I'm better than you, I can bring better things to the table. Also, hyper-feminist women who have very negative view toward men, they may have had a lot of negative experiences with men in their life, whether that be their family or guys that they have dated, or they grew up with a very negative view of femininity and view it as something that is weak or useless. At the end of the day, we can't really choose our family. If a woman didn't have a father, she can't really choose, what environment that she grew up with, but she can choose to develop a more balanced view. While some men may have betrayed her trust and some men may have been really bad, that at the end of the day, it's not every single man who's bad. And is she someone who's able to work through the past trauma or wounds that she has? So it's not so much about her past or things that she can't change, things that are out of her control, but it's more about what she does with it. The next green flag is a woman who takes good care of herself. Any woman who is connected to her inner being, who is in her natural, healthy femininity, she knows that taking care of herself is so important, and she enjoys the process of doing so. This goes beyond how they take care of themselves physically and superficially. It's more about, do they take care of their body by working out? Do they care about their health? Do they take good care of their skin? How about their mental health? This is more about how nurturing she is a person. A woman who is nurturing, she also has the ability to nurture herself and to treat herself with kindness and respect, and also take good care of others in her life, nurture those around her. A woman who nurtures herself and takes good care of herself is also more likely to take good care of you and those that are important to you. These women, they know her true worth and how she needs to be in a good, mental space, and she needs to be in a good physical state to be able to care for other people. So instead of just blindly sacrificing herself to a point where she doesn't have her identity anymore and she becomes bitter and resentful, she does have appropriate and healthy boundaries with other people so that she can nurture herself, so she can pour out more to other people. The next green flag is a woman who is secure in herself. And how do you know if a woman is secure in herself? Watch and listen very carefully to the words that she speaks about herself and about other women in general. A woman who is not secure, who is not very confident in herself, will often feel the need to put other women down because they're very insecure. And women who gossip a lot, who tends to cause drama, who likes to talk badly about other men or women generally, they have a lot of insecurity problems. They have deeper things that they haven't worked on themselves yet, and it's usually a reflection that they don't feel good enough, so therefore they have to put other people down to feel better about themselves, to feel more superior to other people. This doesn't mean a woman with green flags doesn't have any anxiety or doesn't have any emotional problems. They can very well have emotional baggage, or they can also have general anxiety or things that they struggle with, but it's more about how they manage those things, how they manage their emotions. Are they someone who can talk about those things transparently, the things that they struggle with, go see a therapist, or do certain things that are more constructive rather than tearing other people down? A woman who feels secure in herself, knows her self-worth and knows her value, they don't feel the need to draw unnecessary attention to themselves, or they don't like seeking drama in their lives. She's confident in a gentle way. She may not be, the loudest person in the room. She may even be very quiet and shy, but when you do talk with her, you would know that she is quite confident in herself. She just doesn't feel the need to seek validation from people all the time. Once you get to know her, she will display some level of mental fortitude. A woman who is secure in herself is also flexible. She doesn't feel the need to control everything and control other people, control what people think about her all the time. She is confident in being herself. Next green flag is that she takes responsibilities for her actions, her behaviors, and she knows how to apologize. I know this sounds super basic, right? But we live in a day and age where basic requirements or basic etiquettes are no longer that basic. So I felt the need to really include this one as one of the green flags. A woman who's able to, take responsibilities for her wrong behaviors and apologize. It takes a lot of emotional maturity on the woman's side to be able to do that. When a woman is not able to apologize for anything, she's so stuck in her way and she always blames other people, or she points fingers about the decisions that she made, but it's always based on external circumstances. Like, I made the decision because he made me do it, or I did that because I was in a certain situation. It's an indication that she isn't healed yet, or she's someone who's really just incapable of growing as a person. Because anybody, whether you be a man or a woman, anybody who's interested in growing as an individual is someone who's able to take accountability and responsibility for their own decisions in their lives. The reason why you are in the current place that you are in your life, of course, there are things that we cannot control. There's unfortunate events that could happen that are out of your control, but a lot of things we also wind up where we are because of certain decisions that we make in our lives. So just like we would expect any man to take accountability and responsibility for their lives, a woman who is mature, who wants to grow, who cares about her personal growth, is a woman who is able to take accountability for her behaviors and own up to those things. The next green flag is the one related to the one right before, is a woman who keeps you accountable. This is a major green flag if a woman can actually not only take accountability for herself, but also keep you accountable. A nice woman isn't someone who just tolerates everything, but a good woman, she knows what she wants and she has a certain standard. And men, How many of you actually just want to date a woman who lets you get away with everything? As much as that sounds like a good, easy relationship, truth be told, if you're with a woman who lets you get away with everything, you're not gonna really like that. You're not gonna be able to respect her, because at the end of the day, men need accountability just as much as women need accountability. And men are not going to be able to continually respect a woman who doesn't have any standards, who tolerates unhealthy behaviors over and over again. Yes, a good woman is someone who is forgiving and someone who is kind, but her kindness still has a limit and her kindness still has some standards. She's gonna in some ways keep you on your toes a little bit. She's going to hold you responsible for your actions, and when you continually behave in a way that is detrimental and damaging to the relationship, she's going to call you out on that. She's going to hold you accountable for that. And a truly kind woman, she's not going to do this in like a nagging way, but she will be very clear with you the kind of standard that she expects from the relationship, of course within the reasonable range, right? So just like that, a good woman, she knows what she wants in a relationship and she's not afraid to speak her mind about it, and she's gonna let you know when you're out of line. So if you want a good relationship with a good woman, you also have to be someone who's open to feedback. And it's more about her approach, like not in a condemning or criticizing way, but is she someone who's able to communicate those things in a kind manner, but also are you someone who's receptive to receiving feedback? So this goes both ways. The last green flag is a woman who has healthy relationships in her life. Now, in this case, quality trumps over quantity, so it's not necessarily about how many people that she can keep in touch with, but more about how many connections and genuine friendship does she carry in her life. Does she have any friends that she can share deeper thoughts with and then she has a genuine connection with? And does she nurture those friendships? If a woman also has positive relationship with her family, that's a plus. But in any case, she doesn't have the most positive relationship with her family, I also wouldn't rule that out completely, because while we can choose our friends and who we become close to as an adult, we don't always get to choose our upbringings and our parents or our family. And there's so many different nuances about different family dynamics. We don't know the ins and outs of what goes on in different families. So a woman may not have the best relationship with her family, and that's not automatically a red flag. So for this green flag, I want to focus more on her friendship. Is she someone who puts in effort to maintain friendship with her friends? Or is she someone who goes through friendship like she goes through different dresses in the summer? If she's someone who's not able to maintain any kind of like substantial friendship or long-term relationship with the same gender, or even with opposite gender, it doesn't really matter, it's not really a good sign, because it indicates maybe perhaps lack of intentionality or commitment, or even emotional immaturity, right? A woman who is healthy in her femininity and who's able to nurture herself not only takes good care of herself, as we talked about in the last green flag, but she's also someone who is very nurturing of her relationships. She's someone who can care about her female friendship. Alright, those were 7 major green flags to look out for in a woman. I'm sure there's more green flags that I didn't mention, but as I said, I wanted to focus more on qualities and traits that really highlight a woman's true character. And if there's anything that I didn't mention in this video, if you want to elaborate more on the green flags that we went over, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear more about what you guys think too. And if you found this video to be helpful, please give it a huge thumbs up so that more people can watch it and benefit from this video. And if you stuck around this far in the video, then you know what I'm gonna say, you might as well subscribe, because I'm gonna come back with more contents in the near future. So thank you, and I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye.